you've always been very candid and talking about sort of like, that period where in retrospect, or maybe even in the moment, it sounds like you knew you weren't being treated as well as you should. You were being objectified or not given the voice that you needed. Um, I'm curious, like, I don't know, when did you start to feel like you had, I mean, we kind of talked about this at the very outset, but like when you felt like you could speak up, you could kind of like if something felt wrong, you could say it on set or in an audition room for that matter.
Oh my God, it was maybe too recent. It was too recent that I felt that. Um, yeah, I think it was a couple of years, about 3 years ago. I was just so uncomfortable in in certain dynamics, and I was a producer as well, and I was the leader of the speaking up party. Like I I felt like it was my job. I felt like we had just gotten through a giant, movement. Everything had really shifted in Hollywood for the better, but there's still people that hadn't gotten the memo. And there were a bunch of times that I had to just say what was actually happening and, not worrying about were going to be, how people were going to respond. It was just, this is wrong,
Right.
correct. And, or I'm uncomfortable, or this person's, or this is the moment where we say, no, we're not.
Right, because the easiest thing to do, and the reason why it's been perpetuated, these practices, is the easiest thing to do is kind of just suck it up and like, okay, I'll take it. This shitty, but I can deal with it. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's
And that's the thing. Like it took me until I was, one of the leaders of the show,
right,
not just as an executive producer, but as the lead of the show. It's just like, this is my show. This is not going to be happening on my set. These people shouldn't fear going to work, and we're made to be uncomfortable at work. And we have zero tolerance policy, and I'm not going to tell somebody else that. I'm just going to say it. And you know what? It felt really empowering. I mean, since I have had moments where I've had to say to other people, I don't feel comfortable. Can you please pass this on? Because of the certain dynamics between certain people, and that's like more political.
right,
And you have to try to find some way to be diplomatic in order to get things done. But it's based on, circumstances, and it changes all the time. But man, it took me a long time. And now I'm just like, I'm a mom. What would I do if it was my kid? Like, you know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
Why does it take that long? Why can't I just, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm not gonna be resentful. I mean,
no,
regretful. I much prefer the state I'm in now.